Welcome to the Office 365 update for September of 2016. During the next 10 minutes or so, I'll cover the latest updates and news you need to know to get the most out of the service. The list you're probably tracking in Excel today may be more easily organized, maintained, and shared in a SharePoint list. SharePoint lists have been an integral part of the product since its introduction way back in 2001. They continue to prove very popular, with over 10 million custom lists already in use across Office 365 and hundreds of millions more in SharePoint on-premises. Heck, I've probably been responsible for a few hundred or so myself over the years. To keep pace with the evolving requirements of our customers, a new, more modern look to SharePoint Online lists, along with one-click integration of Power Apps and Microsoft Flow, began rolling out to Office 365 first release customers in August of 2016. The first thing the SharePoint faithful will notice is a new interface which is easy to use on any device. The developer types out there call this responsive web design. With modern SharePoint lists, you can improve ease of use by empowering users to add columns to lists and sort, filter, and group data in place without having to export the data. Improve productivity by bulk editing list items with Quick Edit, and automate simple business processes with versions, approvals, and alerts. Not only that, but you can enrich static information with rich data types, including people, images, and manage metadata tags. Almost all SharePoint Classic lists will automatically inherit the new modern SharePoint list interface. Users can choose to revert to the Classic experience at any time, and administrators can configure Classic experience as default at the list, site collection, or tenant level. Modern lists become even more powerful with Microsoft Flow and Power Apps because so many customers regularly exchange data between SharePoint lists and other systems to support business processes. Flow facilitates this integration by automating workflow and data exchange between SharePoint and a variety of Microsoft and third-party services like Twitter, Salesforce, and MailChimp. And with Power Apps, you can connect, create, and share business apps on any device in minutes and build efficient mobile forms and apps directly from a SharePoint list without needing to write a single line of code. For all the details, read the July 25th Office blog post. To learn more about Power Apps and Flow integration, watch the video embedded at the bottom. Microsoft announced in late July it was expanding the availability of two new features to help triage your emails: Focused Inbox and App Mentions. If your inbox looks anything like mine, you're faced with more and more emails, all vying for your attention. It is more critical than ever to cut through the noise and focus on what matters most. Outlook's new Focused Inbox helps you concentrate on your most urgent messages, like emails from your boss. It separates your inbox into two tabs, Focused and Other. Emails deemed a priority are shown in the Focus tab, while the rest remain easily accessible, but out of the way in the Other tab. I know some of you are probably saying, Jim, this sounds a lot like the clutter feature you talked about several months back. Well, you're kind of right. Focused Inbox is a refinement and improvement on clutter. The most important distinction is that clutter worked by moving lower priority emails to a separate folder, while Focused Inbox allows you to find all your high and low priority emails on separate tabs in your inbox without having to click on a different folder. Also note that as Focused Inbox rolls out, Outlook will stop moving messages into the clutter folder. Focused Inbox has already been released on Outlook for iOS and Android and is being used daily by tens of millions of users. Soon it will be coming to all versions of Outlook. If you've ever sent an email with different actions for different users, then you'll like the second new feature, App Mentions. Simply type the @ symbol followed by the person's name you want to draw attention to in the email body. That person's name is highlighted in the message in blue, making your request a little harder to miss. In addition, if the person isn't on the To or CC line already, they'll be automatically added. For additional details and to see the rollout plans for these new Outlook features, read the July 25th blog post. Yammer, our private enterprise social network for organizations, continues to deliver new capabilities for both users and admins. Entering a separate ID and password isn't necessary with this social network. Just open Yammer from the Office 365 app launcher and you're signed in. Once signed in, loyal Yammer users should notice enhancements that help streamline the collaboration process, like showing only the most recent updates and update count front and center. And the unread messages counter decreases as you scroll through the conversations. Once you finish reading, Yammer prompts you to move on to the next group. Files uploaded to the Yammer group will open inline in Office Online, so you can review, edit, and comment on documents easily and in the context of your conversation. And with a follow feature and version history, knowing who has changed the document and when is tracked automatically. Over the next few months, we'll see tighter Yammer integration into OneDrive for Business, Office 365 Groups, and Skype for Business, all of which will make it even easier to get more work done in partnership with others. Admins should rest assured that Yammer, unlike some other enterprise social network alternatives out there, meets the same robust security and compliance standards as the rest of Office 365. We've also added much more granular control of Yammer usage all the way down to the user level, provided some insightful usage reports, and made it much easier to migrate and merge Yammer networks. The July 20th blog post includes a link to an Office Mechanics video where Angus Florence demos many of these new features and more. In last month's video, I covered the recently released Starbucks add-in for Outlook that makes it easy for you to schedule a meeting with your colleagues at your favorite Starbucks. That add-in, along with hundreds of others that enhance the Office experience, can be found at store.office.com. Another add-in I found useful is Picket Presentation Images. Sadly, Office Clip Art was discontinued in 2014, but Picket fills the void quite nicely. Office users can leverage the Picket add-in to download unlimited, royalty-free photos and icons from Picket's curated collections, all within your favorite Office application. Simply install the app and you can browse and insert standard definition images from Picket's vast library for free. Be sure to check out the Office Store for other award-winning apps that will enhance your productivity. Microsoft believes customers should always be aware of how Office 365, first, lets you control access to your data, second, helps you comply with various regulatory standards, and third, safeguards the confidentiality, integrity, availability, and reliability of your data at all times. The Office 365 Service Assurance Dashboard was designed to deliver the information relevant for you to perform a risk assessment on Office 365 services on demand. The dashboard is a new component of the Office 365 Security and Compliance Center, which provides you 24/7 access to details on how Office 365 implements security, privacy, and compliance controls, third-party independent audit reports including SOC, HITRUST, ISO 27001, and more, and information on how you can leverage Office 365 security controls and configuration to protect your data. While there are many detailed insights provided through the Service Assurance tool, initial customer feedback indicates that audited controls are particularly helpful. The Audited Controls feature in Service Assurance helps you understand how Office 365 protects your data by detailing test status, control implementation details, test date, and how the Office 365 internal controls map to standard controls, and more. The Office 365 Service Assurance Dashboard is available to all Office 365 tenants as well as to prospective customers with Office 365 E3 and E5 trials. More information is available by following the link in the August 8th blog post to the detailed guide on the Microsoft Security and Compliance Center site. Service Assurance provides great resources to help you perform a risk assessment. But wouldn't it be great if Office 365 could just perform the risk assessment for you? That's where a new service, now in preview and called the Office 365 Secure Score, comes into the picture. Secure Score is a security analytics tool that will help you understand your risk profile and suggest actions to reduce it. A great way to think of Secure Score is as a credit score, but for Office 365 security. The announcement and additional information on SecureScore is not in the Office blog. Rather, it is in the Securing Office 365 blog on TechNet. As always, a link is provided in the additional resources and the transcript. Of course, Office 365 Global Tenant admins can check the preview out for themselves by visiting https://securestore.office.com. That's it for this month. I love reading your feedback, so keep it coming. Feel free to contact me directly via the email listed on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next month.